Hi, I am Emily Dorowski, the psychology librarian here at BYU, and I wanted to introduce myself to your class. I've been at the library for about 6 years, and I came from BYU, Idaho, where I taught psychology there. I have a PhD in cognitive psychology, and I love working at the library. I love helping students figure out how to do the research process, and Rachel and I, who's going to introduce herself here in a second, are here to help you in this class and throughout your graduate program.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rachel Wadham, and I am the education librarian. So that's the important thing to know. There's a librarian assigned for every discipline. So Emily, who just introduced herself, is the psychology librarian. I am the education librarian. I have been in the library for 25 years, so a little bit longer than Emily. And I am also in the doctoral program. So some of you may know me from seeing me around in classes and other types of stuff. Like Emily, I just love being in the library, and I love helping students engage with library resources and learn how to use them better. And we are both so excited to be here, a part of your class, to help you learn a little bit more about the library and to help you really succeed with your own research. So I'll turn it back over to Emily, who is going to introduce for us some of our resources to start out.
Yeah, during this intro video, we're going to just touch on a few things briefly, and then we'll catch up with you more later in the class. So I'm going to share my screen, and it's going to open up onto the library homepage, which is lib.byu.edu. I want to show you these research guides, which maybe you've seen before, maybe not. If you click on this button, this lists a bunch of web pages that are created by librarians like Rachel and I. And I have one titled Psychology, and Rachel has one titled Education. I'm going to quickly show you what mine looks like. You'll notice that along the top, it's asking you what kind of material you're trying to find. And if you go to any of those tabs, it's going to give you some links to resources and some instructions about why you might choose various resources to look at for your research. Also notice that on the side, it has a profile box, and I'm going to turn the time back over to Rachel, and she's going to talk about why we have those profile boxes on every single LibGuide.
Excellent. So I am going to share my screen now and show you my LibGuide. So this is my research guide for education. And like Emily said, we both have these profile boxes right here. This is really how you get in touch with us. And we really want you to encourage you to use this information. There'll be some times for this class that you're going to need to get in touch with us, but all throughout your program, please utilize this information. You can email us. There's our links right there to email us, or you can schedule an appointment with us. If you click right here, you will bring up this information, and you will see here our office hours, and all you have to do is just click on one of the times that's mutually convenient, and then it will ask you to fill in the form, and then we'll get an email that says you want to visit with us. Right now, we're both doing just Zoom appointments. That may change as we move into the semester. Who knows? You never know. But it will ask you, it will send you the information for the Zoom appointment so we can have that as well. If there is not an appointment time that works for you, please don't hesitate to reach out to us by email. We can certainly try to make accommodations outside of our scheduled times. But this is there for you whenever you need it to make an appointment for us, because there's so many tricks and tips that we can help you with. And one of those particularly that we think is really useful is using the thesaurus in the databases. So I'm going to turn the time back over to Emily, who's going to demo the thesaurus for us.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen again, going back to my LibGuide. So the thesaurus is a way to identify keywords in your searches. Now, we know that when you're going to find research, you have to have the right keywords. You're trying to find those terms that researchers are using in their titles and in their abstracts that are related to the topic that you're interested in. So I'm going to click on APA PsycInfo. This is the primary database for psychological research. The database that's primarily associated with education is ERIC, and it has a thesaurus too, and it's labeled slightly different, but you're going to find it in the upper left-hand corner. So we're going to click on this. And what this is that every time a new article comes in and is indexed into PsycInfo, they have employees who tag these articles for key terms. And those tags that they create are all listed as terms in this thesaurus. And what's great is it's kind of a web of terms where they're showing you what terms are related to other terms. So we're going to search, let's say you're interested in motivation. So we're going to search for that term, and just glancing, you can see that there are several key terms that they use under motivation. And even notice that sometimes you may have thought that the term was motivation to change, but in their index, they use readiness to change. Now, you could still search both of these terms when you actually kind of go up and enter your keywords, but it's just showing you that this is maybe the more prominent term that they use. And let's click on this readiness to change. You'll see that when you come into the actual kind of record about this word, that it shows you several things. The year that this term was introduced into their index, a scope note, which gives you kind of a brief definition, helps you kind of gauge whether your understanding of a term matches how they're using it. And then you'll notice that it gives you broader terms and related terms. And again, because each of these are linked, you can actually click into them and see a whole new list of other potential keywords. And your goal here is to find words that relate to your topic that you've selected, that you're maybe doing your research on, or maybe you're doing a specific paper on. And there are ways to then take these keywords and build them into a search that you would then kind of pull up resources and look through journal articles. But we're just trying to do like a brief intro of how to start looking for new keywords using the thesaurus. And we'll get into more depth when we meet one-on-one with you. I'm going to turn the time over to Rachel because she has a resource that you might use to dig a little bit deeper before we actually talk with you again.
So now I'm going to go back and show you my LiveGuide. And here is ERIC, which Emily mentioned is the main database for education. And it searches very similarly with the thesaurus, as Emily was noting. And what I've done here is if you click on this tab that says information, I have this Searching ERIC, a step-by-step guide. And it really is just that, a step-by-step guide about how to use the thesaurus to search. You could just say Searching PsycInfo, a step-by-step guide, because they are very similar. The names that label the thesaurus are just a little bit different, but that's about all. There are pictures and illustrations and really just step-by-step. It will talk more about what the thesaurus does and then give you an introduction, as Emily was saying, to the procedure where you use the thesaurus then to combine terms and functionally create a whole search strategy. So we'd really encourage you to take a look at that handout and kind of get an introduction to that process, because then we are going to meet with each of you one-on-one. Rick has set up a system where you're going to sign up and make an appointment and come and visit with us. And as we meet with you one-on-one and know more about your individual topics, we will help you structure the types of searches with the thesaurus that can really get you deep into what you're trying to do. So this is a really great way to get a basic introduction. So when we meet with you one-on-one, you'll have a foundation of what we're going to talk about. So moving forward, we're going to appear with you on one of your discussion boards and join in with the discussion that Dr. West has put up for you. And so we'll be engaging with you in that as well. And then we'll also engage with you, as I noted, one-on-one. We'll have an opportunity where you can come and visit with either me or Emily, and we can get down more deeply into your own individual needs and topics and the issues of where you want to search. So we really look forward to working with you this semester and throughout all of your graduate work. Please, please reach out to us at any time. We really want to help. I tell all of my students, and this is something similar that Emily says, I said, we are here to make your life easier. So please reach out. Let us know if there's anything we can do. We really want you to be successful, and we want to help. So thank you all for watching our little video, and we look forward to working with you more in the future.
See you soon.